So by Game 2 standards, a pretty big win, Darris, to not go 0-2 and get things going in that sense?
Yeah, we made it hard, but very proud of the guys and the way they played and the way they buckled down in the second half and the way the defense came out. And I think the offense and defense dominated, and I thought Curtis Wagger stepped in and did a great job. So kudos all around to all the guys. Same time, I don't know why we came out the way we did and why we're tentative and why we like to dig that hole and make it harder on ourselves, but it was a good win overall.
The penalties, in that first half and obviously last night seem to be, piling up and in weird situations, offensive side of the floor, away from the ball. What's doing with those?
Want an honest answer? We're not being very smart. I mean, last night we took 3 5-minute penalties. We took 25 minutes of penalties in the first half last night. Last night I thought we were pretty lucky to be 8-4, 8-5 at halftime. And tonight we start out the same thing. And I don't like to discipline guys on a bench, but that's what we had to do tonight. So the one Johnny Harrison, he's a vet, offensive end. He's not an offensive player. He'd already taken a bad penalty in the first quarter. So I know I gave it to Johnny pretty good, but he's a man. He can take it. And he knew he was wrong to even do what he did. And I think after that, I thought we cleaned it up pretty good. And I think we showed what type of team we could be in the second half.
Dane Smith doesn't have those rookie jitters, it seems. He's come in and played really well a couple games. Talk about him.
Obviously, you didn't watch the game last night. He was pretty nervous last night, and he had a rough go of it. But tonight, we had a good talk, and he seemed to settle down. And just wanted him to know that not only do I believe in him, but this whole team believes in him, and he's going to be the future of this team. If not in the near future, right now. He's a tremendous player. He's a great athlete. He can go one-on-one. He can score from the outside. He can score from the inside, and he can play all over the floor. So, very happy with the pickup, and I hope he just keeps improving the way he has. The improvement from last night tonight was huge, and I hope that just keeps going the way it was.
You've given a quick hook at Cosmo here 2 nights in a row. Are you looking to switch things up going forward?
No, not at all. I thought we played absolutely terrible in front of him last night. He gave up 8 goals. I think 4 or 5 of them were power play goals in the first half. So nothing on him and nothing on him tonight. They had 2 breakaways and a power play goal. So it's not on Anthony. And, I mentioned that after the game. He's our starter. And Waggers knows what his role is, and he did his role, and now his role is to be a backup again. And he's happy with that, and Cosmo understands exactly what I was trying to do. He's a vet. We talked about it at halftime. Everybody has to be a man on this team. You have to understand what's going on. I can't worry about hurting somebody's feelings because our job here is to win a championship. And if we're not doing our job, something has to change. So, we weren't doing the job in front of Cosmo, and I wasn't going to hang Cosmo out there to dry again. So, I don't want to crush his confidence. Make a quick switch, and I was going to go back to him pretty quick, but Wags went out there and seemed to do a great job, so I decided to stick with him.
Second half, everyone could kind of feel the tide of the game changing. You guys outshot him pretty heavily too. Did you guys on the bench feel the game starting to ebb your way a little bit, third quarter into the fourth?
I think we felt it on the first shift when we went out there and we dominated them the first shift, and then we dominated them for about the first 5 minutes. I don't think they even. I think we were out shooting them like 8-1 after about 7 minutes of the third quarter, and that right there said it all to us. Like, hey, let's trust the systems. Let's get back to what we do, and quit second guessing ourselves. Just go forward and trust the guy behind you. And once we got that into our heads, I thought everything worked out great.
Obviously, there was a lot of changes in the offseason. Do you think the amount of turnover you guys had on the roster has anything to do with the slower starts so far this season?
I think it had something to do with it last night, but at the same time, tonight there's no excuse. We're at home. We talked about how important it is to win at home in this league, and to come out as flat as we did was very disappointing. And believe me, they all got near full at halftime. But at the same time, the way they answered the bell, they all took it like men. They all stepped up and answered the bell, and I can't be any prouder than I am right now of the way they reacted to some adversity.
A lot of balance on the score sheet today. You had a few from Dane. You had Nick Cotter get on the score sheet, Sean Williams. Just seemed like you were getting goals from a bunch of different sources tonight.
Yeah, last night, when you take 25 minutes in penalties in the first half, I mean, basically Nick Cotter probably played about 5 minutes in in the whole first half yesterday, and it's hard to get in any kind of offensive flow where you're not playing 5-on-5. You're always you're always going up against two guys in front of you. So I think we did a lot better job tonight of staying out of the box in the second half, and once we got rolling our lines and got guys sort of some continuity going, I thought it looked great.
How big of a swing was that? When they went down 2 men, you guys went ahead. How big of a swing was those 2 calls for you guys?
It was huge. It was huge. I thought the refs did a real good job tonight. The only complaint I have is, they were continually grabbing our defensemen's sticks and throwing it out of there. Sean or Chico, the one ref, said to me, I seen the stick land in my hands, but I didn't see the guy throw it. Well, that doesn't do us any good, So they sort of caught it in the second half, and I thought on the power play, it was an obvious call. The guy high stick culprit right in the head. They had to make that call, and but it was huge for us. It was huge. We were on the bench, and we're outplaying them so bad in the third quarter that you sort of get to that. Is this where the guys say it's not our night? We're hitting post. The goalie's playing well. It's just not our night. And guys kept going forward and kept believing, and the worm finally turned on that power play right there.
Darris, what's Matt Giles' status? What's his situation?
After next weekend, he'll be able to start practicing with us, and we'll evaluate him then. He's looking pretty good, though. He looks like he's ready to start practicing again, and we'll make a decision after next weekend.
You got a first look at Suttons tonight, too.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a healthy look. I don't think he played the last 6-7 minutes. He come down with a flu yesterday afternoon. So he didn't play last night, and he's looked so good in preseason. That was a huge loss for us. He's a big guy. He's a great matchup for Philadelphia, who has huge players on offense. And we sort of were a little bit small last night. And then to have him come back and sacrifice, he was hurting real bad. Aching and dehydrated, and he just kept going out there, and finally at the end, he just couldn't do it anymore, and he made the right decision. If you're going to go out there and maybe hurt the team in a close game like that, then maybe you need to say, you know what, I gave it everything I had, and that's all I have left. So I have all the respect for him in the world. A lot of guys at that point might have been selfish and said, I want to go out again, where he knew it was a big game, we needed it. And he made a tough decision easy for me. He let me know. So I know I can trust him from here on out in what he says to me.
Even though you don't want to start out in the hole, is winning comeback fashion kind of a confidence boost going forward?
Yeah, first half, coming back from first half deficit, I don't think that's too huge, especially, it wasn't that huge of a deficit. I think when we took the lead and then gave the lead right back on, Ryan Benesh played great. He had 2 really huge goals for them. To give the lead right back and then to still battle back from that was the one that I think the guys sort of, the worm turned for us, where guys, felt really good on the bench. We got the crowd into it, and that was a huge moment for us, and hopefully it carries throughout the season.